Hello, thank you for joining me, everyone. This is Russell Santos, the realtor. I'm here with my first guest on my first interview. This is Castro, and he's a personal trainer. He's like a little brother to me, and we're not actually brothers, just for the record. We have a lot of history in the gym, as you could tell. Now, Chris, being a personal trainer, tell me about your whole workout journey. How did this all start?
Okay.
The Big Bang.
So fun fact, starting out, like most of you guys, I kind of went in blindly, and Russell, the realtor over here, we kind of went into it together. He brought me in, and from there we kind of signed up at our local Bally's right across our local mall, and we kind of, like I said, we kind of went into it blindly. And just kind of just lifted weights at the end of the day with no proper guidance. And from there, we kind of separated with our own personal goals. And it's just something that we've built up for all these years, and we're still doing it.
Would you say that the whole aspect of working out, there's obviously a turning point. So what was that whole turning point that you just realized, oh, this changed?
It's gonna sound silly, but the biggest turning point is finding your goal. Like I said before, a lot of us go in blindly just to get in there, but until you find that goal to work towards, everything's gonna change once you have a goal, and you work around that goal. Your workouts will change to fit that goal. Your lifestyle, your diet's going to change to accomplish that goal.
How long has it been, this journey so far?
Honestly, you tell me. Like I said, we started out years ago. I want to say it
during college?
I'm pretty sure it was my first year of college. So.
And you're 29 and I'm 30.
29. So I'm going to say 2010 we really started.
Good 10 years process and everything. Interesting. So. Now you're a personal trainer. What is the whole process like? Is this you have to be licensed?
Yes, you have to be licensed. Very minimal schooling. I took a 4-week course and I got licensed as soon as I passed the test, and that's all it is. It's not hard at all. It's just something I felt I needed to grab, and I grabbed it.
Now, being this whole transition, obviously gyms were closed during the whole quarantine, and I'm just as curious as everyone else seeing how personal trainers, how they adapted to this whole social distancing and being in quarantine. How did you keep your business alive?
Well, to be completely honest, I can't speak for every single personal trainer, but for myself, with the closure of gyms, it essentially it kind of shut me down, because I've never really done an online thing prior to this. But I will say, with quarantine and gyms being shut down, my own personal business, it's never looked as good as it does now. With people being stuck home, they looked for guidance and they looked for a plan, and that's where myself and a couple other people I know, a couple other people I see on the internet, that's what we capitalized on, is just offering our services through the web, online.
Okay. Now tell me about your whole process with a client. What is that whole experience like?
Well, before this whole thing, it was just kind of word of mouth. I didn't really have much of a following to really build on, but with quarantine, I made a slight change to my Instagram and made it known to not only my followers, but pretty much anyone that saw my page, because I'm public. I made it known that I'm available for coaching, I'm available for training, I'm available for all of it, and that's where I've racked up a couple clients, and that's where I've built some solid relationship.
And what would you say the whole process is for someone Like, would you say your main focus is losing weight, or is it like gaining muscle?
Well, everyone's different. Most people will get a trainer to lose weight, and I could help you with that. Everyone's different, like I said, and for myself as a trainer, my specialty lies in someone trying to look to build muscle and build strength, and that's where I could help you 1000%. That's where I'm comfortable. That's what I've not only done for myself, I've done for others. That's where my specialty lies. But like I said, as a personal trainer, whatever you need, I could provide it for you.
So, what was like your experience like during the quarantine, like training people, like I guess online basis?
It was very different, something I wasn't used to. Obviously, as a trainer, I've dealt with clients kind of face to face and show them the ropes through, like a gym. With online, I kind of sheered away from being a trainer, and with quarantine and online business, I kind of became a mentor and a coach. Kind of give these people a plan, give people guidance, and more importantly, I was someone to hold them accountable for what they did and what they didn't do. And I think that's something we all need, is just to be held accountable for our actions.
Right. So I never really educated myself on the whole aspect of being a personal trainer, because I'm not one, for one. And I just always thought like it was just like, it's, you just tell them what to do, and then you just yell. It's just a guy yelling at you like a gym coach. And it sounds like you're more like yeah, you are a mentor, and it's like a graduation program. Would you say that?
Yes. Obviously, I'm a personal trainer, but I'm not what most people envision most trainers. I'm not that guy you described earlier. I'm not going to yell at you. I'm not gonna like be aggressive with you. But more importantly, like I said before, I am someone that will hold you accountable. I am someone that will give you guidance. I am someone that will give you a plan. That's where like my strengths are. I'm not gonna, like I said, I'm not gonna yell at you. I'm not gonna beat you up.
Because that'll be assault, right?
I'm more of a mentor. Yes.
Good. So it sounds like it's more of a give a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but teach a man a fish, then you feed him for a lifetime, right?
Yes. So
you would say you would like to have them graduate and then like branch off, or like what's going on with that?
Yes. So obviously, they come to me. I teach them everything I know. I teach them everything they need to accomplish their goals, and then from there, it's kind of up to them to like use what I've taught them and go off. Like, there's no need to pay me anymore. I look forward to letting these people go. Hopefully I've taught them enough to like not only give them that plan and work towards that plan, but I gave them the knowledge to like really turn this into a lifestyle for their own selves. This is something I love to do, and it's something that's good for everyone, like just to eat well, train well, and essentially live well. And it's something that I hope one day my clients could use and turn it around and make their own business out of. It's not hard at all. And it's like I said, if you love it, then go for it.
So it's like you have that end goal in mind, and that's just what drives you to helping people, right?
Yes. Like I said before, like everyone needs a goal and a plan in place, and I'd be a hypocrite if I said like I didn't have a goal. My goal right now is obviously help as many people as I can, and my ultimate goal, for a little selfishly like myself, like my own personal goal, is to get my own spot, open up a gym, and kind of offer my services in my own spot, and not rely on any local gym or any any business that is not my own. I would like to have my own spot.
So speaking of gyms, and for the record, I didn't know this, my own family, but that's actually like, that fits you perfectly, and I'm rooting for you, man. Like,
Thank you.
kudos to that. So what I'm thinking now is, so we have gyms that are open right now. If you're not noticing, we are wearing masks indoors, and it is required, right, to wear a mask?
Yes.
And there is like a minimum capacity, I think 30%.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right now for gyms, obviously masks for New York State at least are required. Gyms can only hold 33% capacity, and there are temperature checks and sanitation stations throughout the whole gym. It's heavily advised that you do the right thing, you clean and wipe down whatever equipment you use and get it ready for the next person.
Just like the Planet Fitness days.
Yeah, that's the one thing I took away from Planet Fitness, was just
Sanitizing?
sanitizing. Even before COVID, it's just something, it's common courtesy. The last thing you want to do is like leave your sweat and just like whatever it is, just leave it on the equipment for the next person to clean up. That's not right. We should all do the proper thing. We should all wear a mask, and we should all clean up after ourselves.
Do you feel, being in the gym and after someone used like a bench, do you feel like, and even after they wipe it down, do you feel like a little skeeved, or no?
It is weird to see. It's weird to do. I'm not gonna lie, like it's not something I do regularly before COVID, but it's something obviously I do now. Like I said, it does feel a little weird, but at the same time, it makes me comfortable, makes me happy to see that everyone, for the most part, is doing the right thing, and that's cleaning up, washing equipment.
That's good to know. So clearly, I'm one of the type of people that just stays home, because just mainly because it took me a while to figure out like I'm okay now working out in the gym. I kind of had to like change my whole thing, because like the whole vanity of it, of working out, for me, that was just like what was driving me, which is bad. So I had to separate myself from that environment. That said, being like in the gym, and obviously us following CDC guidelines of wearing masks, it's hard to breathe in these things. I would say just talking for like for the past 10 minutes, it's just like it's it can get daunting on you. So how is that working out added?
Yes. So gyms here in New York have only been open for, I want to say like a month or two, maybe 3. I honestly can't remember when we reopened, but masks are required through state law. They're required in all New York gyms.
Yeah.
It is difficult. I'd be lying if I said I'm used to it. I am not. It's something I'm still working on. It's something that is still bothering me. And it's weird because I worked through the whole quarantine. If you didn't know, I manage a retail store. We're mandated to wear masks, so the mask thing is not new to me. What's new to me is working out in these masks. And that's what myself and that's what a lot of people right now are struggling with, is just working out with these things on.
It's like we took air for granted, and now we just like realize like, oh, wouldn't it be so much better if we could breathe? But you know, we're doing our part, and we're just protecting people, just trying to lighten up the mood out there. So with all the given changes that's been going on, especially with quarantine, it sounds like a lot of like personal trainers, like what you said, they evolved. Now, what would you say like the next step for Chris Castro and his business?
Well, like I said before, before Corona, before this quarantine, I've never really been an online business. I've done my services face-to-face with the client. Now, going forward, most of my service will be offered online.
Really?
Yes, I'm not going to be doing like face-to-face all the time.
Right.
If they need it and if they're local, then fine, I'll offer it. But my main
Strategy?
My main strategy is just to stay online and kind of make myself known through social media, make myself known through the internet, and offer my services online.
Huh.
And that way it'll keep myself safe, it'll keep my clients safe, and at the end of the day, I'm just teaching you. Just like many schools and colleges, you're all online. and it's no different for me and my business.
That's a process too when you think about it. So with that said, so you know, like, you have a lot of goals lined up. You want to open up your gym, you want to like move on, like a transition online and helping people with those services. This is fantastic. What I like about, like, because like what I said, you're like a little brother, and like just hearing about your whole side of the fitness world has been eye-opening. Like what I said, the common misconception is I thought, you know, personal trainers just like yells at people and everything. But for you, you're helping people. It's like a service. It's kind of like and you're not even looking like for like the paycheck, which is amazing when you think about it. It's just your main focus is to help people, and I think that's when you come from that bottom line, your actions speak louder than words, and that's what I really admire about your services and what you do as an individual.
Yes. Luckily for me, I have, you know, the quote-unquote 9-to-5 job. That job is obviously paying for my bills and everything. This personal training gig I have, it's, like I said, it's not something I do to collect money. It's something I do because I love it. That's why I started training, and that's why I started my own business. That's why I'm helping people. That's because I love to help. I love to train, and I love to help people get to where they need to go.
You know, I think you hit the nail on the head with that. It's just, that's what all business owners, like, it's like when your back is against the ropes, and meaning like trying to get that paycheck. I mean, that's like no matter what, like money, people say money is the root of all evil, but it's like the only love of money, that's the root of all evil. Everyone needs like to survive and everything. This is like our survival. And when your back, like I said, when your back is against a rope, you figure out like this is what your business is. Your actions speak louder than words. If you're there and then you have nowhere to go, you're going to be greedy. You're gonna lie. You're gonna cheat. You're gonna say things just to get the business. But when you come from something from love and something that's out of respect for the other party, then that's what all business owners, I think, should strive for, right?
Yes, absolutely. If you're not doing something you love, then find something you love and go after it.
I hear you. Well, 2021 is coming, thank goodness. So a lot of New Year's resolution is happening. Now, what would you say, I guess, what would be your tip for someone who's like trying to lose weight, just in general?
My first tip is obviously find your local gym, whatever's around you, and get that membership and start there. Find your local personal trainer at the gym if they're nice enough to help. Go for it, have them teach you. But just know, although I'm not at your specific gym, I am always available to find online. I'm always available to give you a proper plan, a proper meal plan, proper workout plan, everything you need. I'm there. It's just I'm an online coach. I'm not necessarily in the gym like I used to be.
So now, what would you say for people who's looking to like start their own business? What kind of advice would you give them?
As a business owner, my best advice for someone that's looking to do their own thing is do something you love. If you're doing it for the money, you're gonna fail, and it'll be a big eye opener for you. And a lot of people, once they fail, they
fail hard.
They fall and they never get back up. If you're doing something you love, although you might fail, it's something you love, so chances are you're not going to give up on it because it's something, like I said, something you love.
And that drives you, right?
And that's the ultimate driver, yes. Yeah. And that's all it is. Like I said, I personally don't do it for the paycheck. I do it because this is something I love, and that's what's that's what's driving me forward, and that's kind of what's really pushing me to do better, is just helping people, and not only for themselves but for myself.
That's great. You have a lot of goals lined up. 2020 is wrapping up. We're we're in whatever month I'm releasing this at. And then we got 2021. So you have a lot of big goals lined up and everything. It's almost like you have your own weight goal or like in mind. So it seems like, you know, you get the steps lined up and everything. So I really appreciate it. You know, Chris, I've known him for like what I said, I known him for as long as I lived. He's been like a little brother to me. We started like this whole gym journey together, and you know, we branched off, did our own separate things, and it's just only natural, you know. But we still stay connected and everything, you know. Quarantine sucked, but you know, we're able to adjust, and we're able to just connect, and you know, just get back to what reality brought us to, and with proper adjustments, like what I said. So thank you so much, Chris, for stopping by. Please, if you haven't already, follow Chris at right here. I'll edit this in post. Chris is like, and don't be intimidated by him. You may think that, you know, he's like a grizzly bear, but believe it or not, this is not like he's like a teddy bear. And that's no offense to him, because he's like the kindest person you'll ever meet. Just this whole interview, this whole process, I'm sure, you know. So feel free to reach out to him, and if there's anything in the world I could do for you, let me know. This is Russell Santos, the realtor, signing out.
And this is Chris Castro, the personal trainer, signing out.
Thank you so much for having me. Let's do a little proper elbow bump. I'll see you next time, guys. Thanks for joining us.